The next award that we are giving out this evening is going to John Melnychuk of California Health Freedom Coalition. John Melnychuk is a professional homeopath with a thriving practice in Palo Alto, California. He has extensive experience and is well known for his effectiveness in treating children and adults with behavioral, developmental, and neurological issues. He especially enjoys treating children. John's work is described in the book, The Impossible Cure, The Promise of Homeopathy by Amy Lansky, PhD. And this book describes homeopathy and how it cured her son of autism. John has been a longtime activist for health freedom rights in the state of California. He was instrumental in helping to pass the safe harbor law for complementary and alternative healthcare practitioners in California. That was SB 2577 back in 2001. And he is being awarded for his leadership and quick action to amend SB 796. This was a bill that was introduced in California last year. It was put forth as just a sunset bill to extend the naturopathic licensing law that California currently has, but it was tried to insert some language in there to remove the freedom of that was gained when they passed the safe harbor law for complementary and alternative practitioners back in 2001. So they successfully amended SB 796 to continue to allow unlicensed naturopathic practitioners, the traditional naturopaths in the state of California, to be able to keep the titles naturopath, naturopathic practitioner, and traditional naturopathic practitioner. So what the naturopaths tried to strike out in the law, John's efforts made it so it now says and continues to say that this chapter, the NP licensing law, permits and does not restrict the use of the following titles by persons who are educated and trained as any of the following: naturopath, naturopathic practitioner, traditional naturopathic practitioner. This chapter permits and does not restrict the education of persons as described in paragraphs 1 through 3, inclusive of subdivision A. Those persons are not required to be licensed under this chapter. So if, John, you would please come to the stage to let us recognize your efforts. Oh, sure.
Let's do it. Very good. Okay. I've got just a minute, but a bunch of thank yous to say. The fight in California last year was a tough one, and it was like my hair was on fire. Melinda and I were on vacation. Diane calls us and goes, "You know, there's a bill that's going to be trouble in California." That was the end of the vacation. Oh. But we were happy to do it. And we got notice from her. We activated our team. Kirk Bashaw got a great lobbyist to work in concert with our lobbyist. There's some great people in California working together from the homeopathic community and the traditional naturopathic community. And here's a list of people to thank: Diane Miller, Senators Jerry Hill, Melinda McGee, my wife, and without Melinda, traditional naturopaths would not have the title in California anymore. David Strauss, Lori Safian, Anna Cox, Michael Salas, Catherine Shively, Mary Jo Alloy, Kirk Bashaw, Clinton Miller, inspirational to all of us. I was thinking about him every day. What would Clinton do here? Well, how would he deliver a message here? With the most recalcitrant staff members I met probably since the last time I was in the legislature. Ed Madsen, Angela Burr-Madsen. So Angela Burr-Madsen was a partner for us in 2001, 2002. She's a traditional naturopath. She was a former president of the California Naturopathic Association. Sadly, she passed away last year. And even while she was battling terminal cancer and having a tough time, she was out there every day, and her husband Ed was in the legislature as often as possible, raising awareness, clearing up misconceptions about the dangers that traditional naturopaths could present compared to licensed naturopaths. So Roxanne Gold was a fantastic lobbyist for us. Randy Pollock was another lobbyist that Kirk Bashaw hired. He's very smart and very able. Nature, Sunshine, Health, Freedom Foundation, thank you for the support of the fight there. And Wanda Smith-Schick was a close colleague of mine who was also up in Sacramento with us. So in all of this, if I had a toast, I'd toast to Angela Bermatson and her memory. This was her fight.